Buster! No! Come here. Come here. Come. Come on. Okay. Sit. Sit. Stay. 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 Good. Go get it. Bring it back. Bring it back. Put him over here. Come here. Stay. 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 Get. Go get it. Hey. Come on. Come on. Go get it. Buster. Buster. Hey, Buster. Hey, Buster. 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 Bud. Take up right here. Buster. Sit. Sit. Oh, no, Bub. No. Go get it. No!
Yeah, that was that favorite
Oh, watch out! Daddy, help me. Off now.
No, she doesn't. It's still on.
Peace out.
you know the truth is coming, you just hold it at the hop, 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 hop. When the records get to spinning, you can look to with your chicken at the hop, 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 at the hop, boom, boom, come on, baby, let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop, oh baby, let's go to the hop, oh baby, let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. But you can move it, you can move it, you can really start to do it at the hop. If you don't go too fast, it won't break. When the jockey's on the smoothest and the music gets the coolest at the hop. On a hot night, it don't even hurt. All the cats and chicks get their kicks at the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go. Well, Chuck Berry used to do that one across. I'll see if I can do it across the slide. These folks. Okay, here we go. There he is. There he is. Everywhere. Come on back, Bert. All right. I went to the cow barn and greased them up so I could do that. Shoulder and the hop, 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 hop. When the rockets get to spinning, you can so with the chicken and the hop, 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 hop. Do the dance sensation, the crazy dance and the hop. Okay, let's try it and break it. Well, you can move it, you can move it, you can really start to do it at the hop. It's prettier back there. Well, the jockey's on the smoothest and the music is the coolest at the hop. Oh, is it? All the cats and chicks and up and kicks at the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go. Debbie and the Juniors, one hit at an ocean across the USA. Let everybody be served like California. You see him wearing the baggy, Huarache sandals too, a bushy, bushy blonde hair, surfing USA. You catch him surfing that inside, outside USA. 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 Everybody's got surfing, surfing USA. Well, I'll be planning out a route we're gonna take real soon. We're waxing down our suit. Can't wait for June. Well, I'll be gone for the summer. We're on safari to stay. Tell the teacher we're surfing, surfing USA. And Hagerty's and Swan. Outside USA. Inside, outside USA. Surfing USA. The steps are this way, Ron. You guys hurry, Ron. Hurry, Ron. Hurry, Ron. Everybody's got surfing. Surfing USA. Everybody's got surfing. Surfing USA. Surfing USA. Everybody's got surfing. Surfing USA. Woo! Yeah, the Beach Boys. Thank you. Thank you. Just what you do, grab a Geritol pill over here or something? Yeah. That's cough drop. A little cough drop. That's good. You know, that reminds me of back, you know, I was looking through memories, you know, you think about the 50s and back in your school time. No, that's right. I'm sorry, Ronnie, I started that a little too soon. We'll talk about that later, okay? There's some West Coast boys, and same guys. Ole Wilson's boys. Football squad, yeah, right. And then it wasn't too long after she fumbled, yeah. And she gave me up for a little while, but then when I came back from the Army, my uniform sort of won her over a little bit again, you know. But then she was going to drop me again. I thought, well, boy, if she's going to drop me, then maybe I'll beat her to it and I'll drop her. But then one day I came to my senses. And you know what? I found the letter that I sent to her. Really? Yeah, really? And some of our members did it. Yeah, I found it, and I thought I would share it with you, especially you guys who maybe might be, needing a little, advice. Yeah, that's right. This is what I said to her. I said, my dearest Kathy, I started out really good, and then I said, sweetie, love of my life, I've been so desolated ever since I broke off our engagement. You notice how I kind of really poured on really thick at the beginning. I've been simply devastated since that day. Can you feel a little tear coming down there? Yeah? Won't you please consider coming back to me? You hold a place in my heart no woman can fill. I can never marry another woman quite like you. I need you so much. Won't you forgive me and let us make a new beginning? I love you so. Yours always and truly, Ron. And then I put a P.S. Congratulations on winning the state lottery. I think that's what did. Don't stop the meter, let it race. Cab driver, drive by Mary's place. Cab driver, once more round the block. Never mind the ticking of the clock. I only wish we could have had a talk. Cab driver, once more round the block. Cab driver, once more down the street. There's a little place we used to meet. That's where I laid my future at her feet. Cab driver, once more down the street. Cab driver, wait here by the door. Do-do-be-do. Perhaps I'll hold her in my arms once more. Do-do-be-do. Then things will be just like they were before. Do-do-be-do. Cab driver, wait here by the door. Cab driver, better take me home. I guess that I was meant to be alone. I hope God sends me a loved one of my own. Cab driver, better take me home. Cab driver, better take me home. Cab driver, better take me home. What a good dance song that was. So those thank you. Thank you very much. Reg, wasn't that the first dance song you danced with your wife?
We learned the dance too.
Yeah.
Never went to a dance, but we learned to dance.
Could you show us a little example of
I
that?
have no idea.
Well, why would you? You're in a tip.
Yeah.
You're in a battle.
Yeah.
This was the, this is always, a fair is always the good time to, to really make up to your sweetie and do something fun and kind of build relationships. And the neat thing is when we walk around here, I don't know about you guys, but we run into people that, remember us from last year. It's nice to talk about. And I had a gal ask me if I wouldn't share again how my grandpa and grandma met. Is that all right? Wow. Go ahead. I mean, that's such a touching story, And it happened way back when matter of fact, I asked Grandpa about it, how they got together. And see, my grandpa's name was Royal Moffett, and my grandma's maiden name was Effie Ott.
That's a different kind of name, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't farm too far away from each other. And she was kind of a little pistol in her day. And Grandpa said it was one day after he had gone to town for some stuff for his dad in the buckboard wagon, and him and the team were coming back, it was hotter than a pistol, and they got by the old Holland Creek outside of Holland, and the horses just sort of seemed to pull right in underneath the weeping willows. I mean, where it was shady and it was cool, and they just didn't want to go any further. And Grandpa said he was in total agreement with it. The water looked good. So he went down there and he got rid of his coveralls, right? Overalls. Okay, I got to remember to say that, right? His overalls, put everything on the rock there, and he dove in. He was all by himself. And he said in about 15 minutes, about 15 to 20 degrees, the temperature was melting off him. It was just nice. The horses were having a good time. But anyway, he was just in there long enough where it dawned on him it was time to get home, and things were starting to shrivel up anyway. And so he thought it was time, he probably better skedoot, Well, he swam over towards where his clothes were on the rock, and who was sitting there but my future grandma, Effie Ott was sitting there. The old pistol. I tell you what, she was kind of nasty.
Young pistol.
Oh, man, yeah. And Grandpa, his eyes got big, he said, and he didn't quite know what to do at first, but then he just thought he'd reason with her, And he said, Effie, he said, I got to come out of the pond now and get on home, with the stuff in the buckboard. And she says, well, come on out. She was terrible, I tell you. She was a nice lady, but she was a pistol. And Grandpa, he said, now, Effie, I'm not kidding. I got to get out. I got to get back home with this stuff. The horses are rested. I'm ready to go. Now, please, leave. She says, come and get them. He was just really being mean. I said, Grandpa, I said, what'd you do? He said, well, I was starting to get mad. He says, when all of a sudden, with the big toe on my left foot, he said, I could feel the smooth handle, how things get thrown into a pond, the smooth handle of an old dishpan down there, And so he figured this out that, he was going to rescue the day, he was going to have his due, and he was going to tell her off, and then get home, And so with one fell swoop, he reached down, he grabbed the handle of that pan, he covered up, and he charged at her right out of that pond. And he said, Effie, he says, you've got to be glad you don't even know what's going on in my mind right now. She says, I know what's going on in your mind. You think there's a bottom in that old pan, don't you? Love at first sight, you might say. Whoops. I like to think about paradise somewhere beyond the blue. Imagine waiting in the eastern sky, maybe next door to you. We'll catch a ray and run a distant star right on the Milky Way. The planets Jupiter, Neptune, Mars won't even be halfway. Moving up to glory land. Moving over to the sail-scarred heads. Don't know when I'm leaving, but I'm ready to go. When I get to heaven, I'll be welcome, I know. Don't you know I'm moving up to glory land. I made my reservation long ago. The day I gave up sin. And with my mention readiness, I know I'm gonna move right in. I have a vision of a happy place where friends and loved ones meet. Right on the corner of Love Avenue and Alysha Street. Moving up to glory land. Oh yes, I'm moving over to the sail-scarred heads. Don't know when I'm leaving, but I'm ready to go. When I get to heaven, I'll be welcome, I know. Don't you know I'm moving up to glory land. Moving up to glory land. Oh yes, I'm moving over to the sail-scarred heads. Don't know when I'm leaving, but
walking on, moving up to glory land. Moving up to glory land. Come on along with us. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
In the middle of it, I go walking in the middle of it, I go walking in the middle of it, I go walking in the middle of the night. So far, so good. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep, from the mountains of Bay, to the river so deep, I've been looking for something, sacred I lost, but the river's too wide, and it's too hard to cross. Even though I know the river's too wide, I walk down every evening and stand by the shore, and try to cross to the other side so I can finally find what I've been looking for. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep, through the valley of fear, to the river so deep. I've been searching for something, taken out of my soul, something I lose, somebody stole. I don't know why I'm walking at night, 'cause I'm tired and I don't want to walk anymore. I hope it doesn't take the rest of my life till I finally find what I've been looking for. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep, through the jungle of doubt, to the river so deep. I've been searching for something so undefined. And yet I only see my eyes of light. In the middle of the night, I go walking in the middle of the night, I go walking in the middle of the night, I go walking in the middle of the night, I go walking in the in the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep, through the desert true, to the river so deep. We all ended the ocean, we all started the stream, we're all carried along, longing for a dream. In the middle of the night, I go walking in the middle of the, I go walking in the middle of the, I go walking in the middle of the, I go walking in the middle of the.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go, Vern. Good job, Vern. Good job.
Just think when I memorize it.
Yeah, that'd be something. Then you can really sing. Well, I'll tell you what, always coming up here to the Brown County Fair for us is just got to be the highlight of the summer, and we truly mean that. It's just an alive fair, and people are out and enjoying it. Every year we come and we talk about this. It's just amazing at the turnout and the number of families and people enjoying themselves at the fair. I talked to a fella yesterday that grew up in Aberdeen, and he said when he was growing up as a kid, this fair was hardly anything. It was just holding together a few animals there from the 4-H'ers, and he said, look at it now. And boy, isn't that the truth. County fairs, I would say, are alive and well. And we praise God for that, because this is family time. We like to be together. Yeah. We will be back here tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and lots of different songs, lots of different stuff. And should tell you, we don't have any routine that we do in our shows, because
believe it or not, these guys have no idea what's coming up every time in the music. And most of the time I don't either. But once in a while I do know. We had one time when I was coming late for a particular show, we had a school function or something was going on.
We got it.
And I got there late. They had it all set up. I was so tickled. They had all the music lined up, everything ready to go. And the second song, when I put the second song in, the title didn't match what the song was. So these guys had switched the labels on the tapes and did that.
We figured all these years, we didn't know it was coming. It was time you did.
So the whole night, it was just a surprise every time.
That whole night he says, here's a song we think you'll like. We had no idea what it was.
Really, we only did it on 2. We switched 2, but he didn't trust us on any of them.
But we do say thank you for taking some of your precious time and coming out and seeing the great Pretenders tonight. And if you get a chance, not only enjoy the fair, but tomorrow night afternoon at 5 o'clock, we're going to be here again, and we just love to see you come back and enjoy yourself. Do take time for your family, folks, and take time for enjoying the fair. Take times for each other. Visiting. That's kind of been a lost art in our society, is taking time for each other, even in families, even husbands and wives. Don't take the time to talk. And communication, that's really what it's all about. And non-communication splits up a lot of people, a lot of families, and what a tragedy. And also we want to ask you please to take time for God. Take time to spend time in the Word, read your Bible, go to church on Sundays, be with other Christian people, and you get closer and closer. I don't know how people don't go to church on Sundays and be involved, never get refreshed. They never get things in order. They never really know what's important in life. They just keep on going down the same track. Take time for God. Take time for your family. And 5 o'clock tomorrow night, we will be back. And don't forget our troops in our prayers as well. The troops overseas, our Pipestone and Laverne unit is going to be heading over to Iraq probably in October. There's going to be a group of National Guard companies that is going to be about 2,500 strong, and they're going over to Iraq. And they have been to England once.
Cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I wanna be. Oh,
There's nobody else there.
Does it look like it's snowing in June?
Hello?